you. Thank you for having me today. Again, it's my honor and it's my most sincere pleasure to be here in the midst of so many amazing children, adolescents, teenagers, adults, parents. I'm so honored. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Okay, I tagged what I prepared today. Make every shot your best shot. That is one of the ways that you can positively participate in nation building. If you are given the head girl of your school, what change can you effect? Because our today's leaders, our today's presidents of world nations, our today's senators were once just like you, listening maybe or maybe not to what you're hearing now. So what did they do and what are you doing now? That will tell where you're going. That will tell what kind of leader you'll be, the kind of steps you're taking now. So maybe you don't have the privilege or you're not there yet to be in high standard politics, but you're in junior school politics, high school politics. You're a prefect, you're a class rep, you are choosing to represent your school in a debate competition, in a science competition. Never have that nonchalant attitude towards anything you do. Never feel like, oh, it's just the school, or it's just something normal, or it's just make every shot your best shot. There's a personal principle I have that has helped me thus far. Make every platform as though it's your very last. Make every speech you present as though, oh, this is the very last, and then you might not be able to talk to anybody again. Let it count. Let it leave something in someone that is hearing. So, as a young person, as a teenager, as a young adult growing up, let go of that apathy towards life. In whatever you do, the real secret to success is putting your very heart and soul in the most tiny and minute things that you do in life. So if you are mama puts, for instance, a booker, let it be the very best food anybody can eat in that area. Now I'm just giving an instance. I know nobody is a mama put here, but if you are a poet, maybe you're just starting. When you're writing, don't just write because you want to write or because hey, poetry is in vogue now. Put your very heart and soul into it. So make every shot your best shot. Make every speech your very best. Let the next be better than the last, and let it keep getting better and better and better. Continue to grow as a child. Continue to evolve as a teenager. Continue to be exposed to positive things, because these days on the social media, you don't even have to look for negativities. It will come coming to you. It will come to you. You don't have to search it out. Everywhere you open, it just pops up on your screen. So you have to make up your mind to be positive. You have to make up your mind to deliberately search out positivities from the internet. Because the internet can either make you or mar you. It can either do more harm than good or more good than harm. It all depends on how you use it. It's a very powerful tool. So if you're going to do something, make research. Find out what you're talking about. Find out, just like we discussed yesterday, be informed about your nation. Use the internet very deliberately. Use every opportunity at your disposal, no matter how little. Don't treat it nonchalantly. Don't be mundane about it. Be very, very intentional and, and deliberate about positive growth, because that is how change comes. Behind everything working, somebody's working tirelessly. Don't get it twisted. Nobody's wishing. People are working. Behind anything that is working, people are working. So even now, you have to be ready to work. Be ready to put in the time, the energy, the resources, the sacrifice required to make sure that every shot is your best. Don't be nonchalant. Don't have political apathy. Be patriotic. Right now, as a child, cultivate that spirit of patriotism. Patronize made in Nigerian product. Speak well about your country. Don't join to turn it down or to speak it down, because change begins with you and you are the change. Each and every one of us, we are the change we're talking about. Okay, I'm going to wrap up on that point now and move very quickly to the next. I was hoping we could evaluate the pledge, the national pledge. You say it every day in your school, every assembly ground, every time you gather on the assembly ground. Do you really understand the weight of what you're saying? I pledge to Nigeria, my country. Okay, I happen to see somebody who says, when they ask, do you like Nigeria? I understand. Maybe you've seen a lot of deaths and negativities on the media, and it could cause some kind of pain and apathy. But hey, I pledge to Nigeria, my country. That very first line, my country. None of us are going to go anywhere. I jokingly tell my friends sometimes we are not running to everywhere, to anywhere. And no matter how long you are a citizen in any place, you will come back here. So Africa is not a mortuary. Africa is not a dumping ground where you spend your life in the diaspora and come back to be buried. No, this is our country. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. Allow me to stress and emphasize on that word, honesty. If some of our today's politicians heard some of the things you're hearing now, maybe they'll do better, maybe, just maybe. But integrity, as we can see in our world today, in our nation today, integrity is not a very common virtue, but it's very, very important. A man was asked, how do you do what you do? How are you so excellent? And he said three things. Number one, integrity. Number two, more integrity. And number three, most integrity. Be honest. We see a lot of Ponzi, a lot of scam. No situation should push you as a teenager, as a youth into scam. It doesn't pay because you cannot be better at the detriment of others. Then where's the love? Where's the love of God? You cannot want to feel better as the detriment of your fellow Nigerian. Integrity in the most little things you do. Okay, you can say, I'm not a politician, so nobody has given me money to build roads, so integrity doesn't apply to me. Yes, it does. In telling mommy and daddy the truth, in telling your friends, your siblings, among your peers the truth, the actual price of the product, the genuine price of what you saw online, because integrity doesn't happen to a man in a day. It has to be a habit that is inculcated and cultivated right from now that you're hearing me. So that even when you go into offices, when you go into higher parastatals and legislators, you already know that honesty is a virtue you must never put down. You must never do without. Be honest. Be an accountable person. Choose to account for some of the things at home. Okay, say, mom, I think I might want to handle Maggie in the kitchen. Let me be accountable for Maggie. Just tell me how much you want to buy. I'll take the record down. It has to be something you have to be deliberate about. You have to genuinely cultivate it. When you're in the midst of your peers, don't tell lies, because dishonesty and unaccountability is something that we see in our today's government houses and politics, and it doesn't speak well of us. A lot of people don't think that they're even accountable to the people that put them in that chair. But you are for the people, of the people, and by the people. You are democracy, so we must see your dividends. So start now and learn to be accountable. Learn to be a trustworthy person. Don't be corny. Don't be crafty. Don't try to play smart, because to me, what the average Nigerian would say, a guy man, wayo man, that's not smartness to me. You're just being crafty, you're just being cheaty. Genuine smartness is when you're accountable. True intelligence is when you can be trusted, when things can be put in your hands, when money can be put in your hands. Don't inflate figures. All those guys in the government houses, or some of the people, it didn't start now. Don't inflate school fees figures. If they say PTA money, sports money is this, let it be that. Convey the right information to your parents. You have to be deliberate about it, because that is why you're here, right? That is why you're on this webinar right now. You're here to stand out. You're here to learn how to be an example, not to join the crowd. I used to tell my friends that I don't agree with that statement. If you can't beat them, join them. Don't join them. Don't join negativities because you can't beat them. Avoid them and stand out. That's why you're sharing this right now, to be an example, because if your peers see that distinctiveness and distinction in you, that will follow suit. Because I can tell you, no matter how much garbage trend, excellence is attractive. Anywhere you are, excellence is attractive. Stand out. Stand out in integrity, stand out in honesty, and stand out in trustworthiness. Very quickly to my last point, peer pressure. Don't give in. Don't give in to peer pressure. Don't give in to what your friends are doing, what trends are doing. Just try to stay you and try to continue to be real to yourself. Okay, I don't have much time anymore, so I'm just going to recite the spoken word stroke poem I put together for us. It says, I am bold, I am confident, and I build my nation. Every house is built by some man, and nation building is a collective effort. In our diverse culture and heritage lies our beauty and not our mental bondage. And until the day we start seeing one another as support and not competition, the ship of nation building may not sail further. Every key aspect of society must come on board in unity and one voice. Our beauty is in our diversity, and no dispute should result from our ethnicity. One nation under God. Each and every sector has a key role to play in nations building, and nobody must be left out in this new Nigeria. Over the years, from time immemorial, it has been a status quo that only the pros are allowed to take part in decision-making matters, but not anymore. For there is great wisdom in innocence and pureness of heart, and every child is of essence. Boldness and confidence comes from heart convictions and passions. You surely cannot build what you're not passionate about. And to participate, you must have faith that the state of things can change for the better. Behind everything working, there is somebody working. So are you willing to get to work now for the realization of this new Nigeria? Because each and every one of you hearing me, you're bold, you're confident, and you build your nation. Thank you very much.